Little Marang loved to climb on top of his carers to snuggle or just to sleep in their laps. His name means ray of sunshine.
Hello.
Marang's personality can best be described as a little bit dopey. And also a little bit stubborn.
Really?
He's such a little light, the heart of everyone's day at the orphanage. An anti-poaching team came across a rhino who had been killed by poachers for her horn, and they noticed this tiny little thing next to her. Baby Marang was about 7 to 10 days old when he was found and brought to the orphanage. He was just the tiniest of tiny little rhinos, the size of a big dog.
Baby rhinos are with their mums 24/7, and that's the role that we have to take on.
When these little orphan rhinos are found initially, they are very scared. They're apart from their mothers and they don't know what's going on. Getting Marang on the bottle and providing that love and close contact like he would find with his mother were the first vital steps. From Marang's very first full day at the orphanage, it was evident that this baby loves to sleep. He lived up to his name because he would always seek out a ray of sunshine shining through the window. And that's where you would find him, sleeping in the sun. We kept him in the overnight room for the first couple of days while he gained some strength, and then started taking him out into the sunshine in a small courtyard area. It started getting very cold, so most mornings, little Marang had to have a little blanket over him. He didn't like his blanket in the beginning, but it took a few days to get used to it, and then he did not go without it. He absolutely loved it. And if there's one thing that makes a carer feel warm and fuzzy, it's a little boy rhino running around with a pink blanket over his back. Because baby Marang was so small and he had a very short time, maybe a week or so with his real mom, he never really learned the art of mud wallow. It is extremely important for rhinos to bathe in the mud because it's conducive to good skin health. So Marang's first mud bath was not actually in a wallow, it was from a plastic bucket. He absolutely loved the attention. He loved the rubs and he loved the tummy tickles that came with it.
He's loving it. You're an itchy little rhino now.
About a month after Marang's arrival, he got to go on his first bushwalk. It is the most joyful thing when you can take the scared little baby rhino out, and as you're walking, you can just see it's like a little flower opening, and they start bolting around and running around.
Come on, buddy.
As we took Marang out on walks more often, he started to get cheeky and started bouncing up and down and playing with us. It was absolutely wonderful.
Finished. Finished, boy.
Marang was adapting quickly, and soon we were ready to introduce him to other rhinos at the orphanage. The bonds that the rhino orphans form with each other are extremely important. It gives them security, it gives them comfort, it gives them a friend. We always try and pair them up with rhinos their same age, but because Marang was so small when he came in, it was a big challenge to actually introduce him to other rhinos at the orphanage. We did not have a suitable friend for Marang for a very long time. We decided to take a leap of faith and introduced him to an older rhino calf called Katie. Katie had quite a sweet nature, but Marang was terrified. He didn't know that he was a rhino and that she was the same thing. But after about 2 weeks, they started hitting it off, and they really became like siblings. Little boy rhinos are just like human boys. They can be a pest to their older sisters. Katie would settle down for a nap, but little Marang would still be in play mode, and he'd start pushing and climbing on her until he got his way, and Katie would get up and they would keep on playing. As more babies were brought in, we were able to introduce Marang to more orphans that were closer to his own age. We paired him up with another little rhino called Eve. They had become friends within a day. About a week after that, we decided to introduce them to another rhino named Beckham. Beckham is about a month younger than Marang. They were like siblings, like little brothers from the get-go. All three of them loved laying in the wallow together and chasing each other around. To see them playing is amazing, because you know that these little orphan rhinos are getting more comfortable with their new life. They've all been through such similar situations. They've lost their mothers, their families, they've lost everything. The number of orphans we have varies year to year. It depends on where the poaching gangs are focused. Rhinos are now critically endangered animals, and every single one of them needs our protection. Our job is to make sure that Marang and all the orphans we take in get that protection and get a chance to go back to the wild. When little Marang over here is between the age of 4 and 5 years, he will get released. Releasing these rhinos is a very bittersweet experience. You've taken them on such a journey from the moment they arrive at the orphanage, and to see them walk out of a trailer into their natural environment, it's the best feeling in the world.
Si amas a los animales, suscríbete.